All right. So, Ayin Chet, Rebbe, you okay? Labriut. What do we call it? Gesundheit. Oh, first paragraph in Ayin Chet. We're in we're in Shur 38. עוד הקדמה אחרת והיא כי כל אלה בחינות המדרגות מיום האדם עד תהום שולם כולם הם זו למעלה מזו ולא לפני מזו כולם עליון לחברו מלבש תוך התחתון ממנו גשמן לגוף אמנם אין כלול העליון מדבש בתחתון רק בכלל הפרטי התחתונה שבעליון מדבש בתוך התחתון כן כל דרך זה נסיום העולמות. In one sentence, what is he trying to say here behind Vital? That all the worlds are, the higher world is always the soul of the world before, world below. That means the world below is the clothing of the world above it.
It's the foundation.
The world above is the foundation of the world below. But only what part of the world above? Only the Malchut. Which is what part? The smallest part. You get it? That means what could the world below comprehend from the world above? Only the Malchut.
So they all start at the Malchut then?
The world, that means the Keter of the world below is the Malchut of the world above.
So how's it the Levush?
It's a Levush. What do you mean, how's it Levush? The Neshama of the Keter of the world below is the Malchut of the world below. Above.
Keter is the smallest?
Your child could only comprehend the smallest particle of it, which is the Tipa. That's what the Gemara of Avodah Zarah says, Adav Dalet, that it takes 40 years for a child to understand what the parent has gone through. Why 40? Because the Shem of Hashem that represents the Tipa and Shema, the world below it, is Shem Ab. 72. Yud Vav Dalet. How many Yuds is that? 1. Hey Yud is how much? Another Yud. Vav, and then a Yud and a Vav is another Yud. Hey Yud. It's how many Yuds? 4. 4 times Yud is how much? 10. 40. Takes 40 years for a kid to understand as a parent.
Is that why so much classification like about the 40?
Exactly.
Well,
Hagan Ashkenazim say you shouldn't learn Kabbalah until you're 40 years old.
and you're married.
Married, that's not what the Ashkenazim says. This is Sfaradim say. That means when you get married, you already be in the level of the 4 years. Yeah, that's what the Sfaradim. But 40 years old or married, I mean, you still have to have a certain kind of consciousness. We're not going to teach a kofer still a Torah, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't go like that. So, you guys get the point?
Yeah.
Be'ofen, shikola, that means the Malchut, remember, the Malchut, this is the big pshat in the Kabbalah. The Malchut of the world above is the Keter of the world below.
Ak has his own.
Always in the Kabbalah, always.
Ak is its own head.
The Malchut of Ak is the whole Atzilut. And the whole Malchut of Atzilut, which is the Shechina, is all the worlds of Beriah, Yitzirah, Asiyah. And the Malchut is another word for the Shechina, the divine presence. It's not God himself.
Which we experience here.
It says the product. Yeah, you experience him inside 10 people, 2 people learning Torah, inside of the Knesset, Shabbat, especially Yom Tovim, Kotel Maravi, especially. There's places that there's Kodesh HaKodashim. Obviously, you will experience it in its purest form, the sphere of Malchut. But many people never experience this the sphere of Malchut. They look for it in other people. Oh, what does this rabbi say? Is there some kind of you know what I mean? Heebie-jeebie, pidyon, shmidyon, blah 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 blah. Rebbe, you have the power within yourself.
We're all part of it.
The only problem is you don't want to tap into it. Because the tapping into it comes with a lot of restriction.
Sacrifice.
Beating.
That's why I'm not sure.
We are באופן שכל העולמות, we're in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6 lines from the second paragraph in עין ח'. באופן שכל העולמות, all the worlds, הן כולם בכללות, הן בכל שהם, ולא משפט בכל שהם, הכל הוא בדרך זה. Every world, remember this rule, the malchut of the world above is the keter of the world below.
Take a leave.
I think he's in the graduation.
Yeah.
Call him. Let me know what's going on. What do you say? Also me.
Also me.
כי זה העליון מזה וזה הפנימי מזה עד שכולן הן כעניין לבושים זה לזה והן לבושים אלה האינסוף ולשמה לכל הנשמות. Rabbi Gabriel, all the worlds are a levush, a clothing, a covering to the world above it till we get to what? The Ein Sof Baruch, who that means inside us is the Ein Sof Baruch Hu.
So diagram is like, so this would be one world to the next world, so the bottom of this is top of this.
Exactly.
It's like each one stacks.
But the bottom of the world above is so great that it fills the world below.
It's the entire thing.
Is all, for example, Malchut Da'atik is the whole Olam HaAtzilut. And Malchut Da'atzilut is so great that it fills all of Biriya, Yetzirah, Va'asiyah. Wow. That's how big it is. That's how much quality, that's the greatness of the Ein Sof's revealment is. Okay? Amnam. That's why a parent always loves his mom. A child always loves his mom more than his father. Because the revealment he gets is through his mother.
How does that translate like in the cosmos?
The cosmic world,
The sun, the earth.
the sun has to get also from the world above it.
To
There
fill
is
us, it fills
there is rakiyas. There is rakiyas. Understand? There's rakiyas. There's 7 rakiyas,
Right.
and our world is
The
the
lowest.
seventh. Is the 7th rakiya.
Is that the lowest or the highest?
Is the lowest rakiya.
Right.
And above us is another rakiya. Between our cosmos and the cosmos above it, there is a vilon, what we call a curtain. And that curtain has to fill up. It means we are Malchut Asiyah.
With the lowest or the
We're the Malchut Asiyah.
What is the waters of the Shamayim?
Huh?
Water.
In the order of the Shamayim that the Kabbalistic world speaks of, there's only 7 planets.
7 planets?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like Mars?
Sun.
Yeah.
Sun is a planet. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn.
But that's in our galaxy.
That's our galaxy. Yeah, our
Okay,
galaxy.
other-
Right.
Moon is not a planet.
Huh?
Moon.
The moon is not a planet.
Moon is the
Moon
sun.
The
Star.
moon is a
Star.
or
Sorry.
that lives off the sun. It's the nukva. It's the badzuk of the sun.
Suckling.
It's a reflection of the sun, but it's still separate.
So what feeds the sun? Hashem.
The world above it,
Which is
the world of Vilon. Then there's a rakia above that, and a rakia above that, 7 rakiyas till we get to Yesod de Asiya. That's all Malchut Asiya. You have to get to Yesod de Asiya. What you're supposed to do, if you have a Nefesh de Asiya,
So do we
is
have
to
to-
get to Keter de Asiya by your actions.
so do we affect those worlds?
You
too,
don't
or
just
just
affect all of Asiya.
like this the 6 worlds above us.
That's easy. That's child's play. It's child's play.
What we do affects all
A
those.
Mikubal that knows how to connect to Keter the Olam Ha'elyon could reach above Olam Ha'atzilut in one kavanah of Shakol Miya Bidvaro. So when he gets to Olam Haba, you know what he's gonna get over there? Whatever he did down here. That's how Pashut is. If you work small, you get small. You could learn Gemara your whole life. But if you're in the world of Bria your whole life, all your Olam Haba will be all world of Bria.
Indeed.
I'm not to climb up. It's the covenant how to climb up.
First of all, how you climb up is to learn what's above. There's Pshat where Midrash saw. You have to always listen to the Chachamim.
Be close to the rabbis.
Yeah. That was the problem of all the big dogs. That was their one problem.
They thought they were big.
Exactly.
Too big.
What did Zimri do? He took Cosby by the of the Avodah Zarah. Used to grow the braid. He took her by the braid.
This is
Mutara, Ukshara, Psula Ukshara. Hashem shut Moshe Rabbeinu's mouth. He was slaughtered. He couldn't say anything. Shut it. He couldn't say. He was surprised. You know who Zimri was? Shlumiel ben Tzuri Shaddai. He was the Av of the Shimon tribe from the time they left Egypt. That means he lived for 40 years.
400.
40.
Oh.
I don't know about before that, but 40 years for
In the
sure.
desert.
I mean, they were supposed to die every year, right? In the
Survived.
Tisha B'Av. He survived everything.
Dead boy.
This brother, man. Why? What was her name? Cosby Bat? Tzur. Tzur, the rock. His name is Tzuri Shaddai. Tzur versus the
Rock's
Tzur.
name.
Rock, exactly. She broke his rock.
But people saying, you say that he saw some kind of Neshama inside and was trying to take it out, which he's not supposed to, huh?
He could see whatever he wants. He could see whatever he wants. Doesn't make a difference. He can see whatever he wants.
Don't go where you're supposed
The
to.
Torah already is ma'id alav. It testifies about him. Well, he came back as Rabbi Akiva ben Yosef. It's not something
Not
like
so simple.
Gemara, hello. Like Mishnah, hello. It's all Rabbi Akiva. Not him. Whatever's left over from him.
The good part.
בדיוק. אוקיי? ואמנם כל עולם אלו חמישה יש הבדל בהתפשטות האורות עד היכן מגיען כדי שיהיה הפרש בין זה לזה בין כן שהפרש אחר בפרטי ארבע יסודות העולם כן פרטי התפשטות כן ואין זה מקום ביאור עניין זה every world the malchut of the world above Rabbi Abraham spreads to a different ability in the world below. That means there's a different revelation of God in Asiyah, different revelation of God in Yetzirah, different revelation of God in Biriah, and different in Asilut. It's not the same. It's the same seven, the same Malchut, but we as beings have different revelations of Hashem in every single world.
Is there a difference in Zoom?
It's exactly that. The Tzimtzum and Asiyah is the strongest Tzimtzum. And the Neshamot who are in the strongest Tzimtzum perceive God in a smaller way. That's why never ever perceive a Jew that doesn't keep Torah and Mitzvot in a lesser way. He just has a smaller Tzimtzum. He cannot perceive Hashem. He cannot perceive Hashem. It's your job to rebuke him, but it's not your job to judge him. It's not your job. Just today,
I'm not judging. I'm just.
I was in the
Not judging.
graduation and v'chule, and somebody spoke to me. It's like, this, that, and a lot of big Yetzer Hara of kids these days is that they like to razor off their mezuzot. It's a mezuzah. That's what it is. They're fellas. It's a big Yetzer Hara, and
Fade.
for the life of me, I cannot get it.
Me too.
It doesn't even look good.
Because it's style, that's
It looks like a Nazi.
I never
It
did.
looks like Germany's Nazis.
Yeah.
It looks like
Oh,
like those Amalekim. And they're good kids, and they do it. I don't know why. It's garbage,
Why do you like that?
It's peer pressure.
and they do it.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Alright. You should be showing a picture of a Nazi. You show the story of the Holocaust. Let them understand.
Not only do we show the pictures of Nazis, the other kids call them that, and they still do
What
it.
do you mean? Nah, you look at the Spanish people, they're all like that. Why do you need to show Nazi? You don't need to go that far.
They still do it, and I'm surprised. You know what? Those neshamot that are coming on this world, those young neshamot, they are the last remnants of the Kedusha. They have a lot of klipot on them, a lot. We cannot put them down. They need They need a this isn't to hold them. If you don't hold them, you open your hands, where do they fall? They fall deeper. You need to hold them. And I told that guy, I say, if we're not gonna hold them, who's gonna hold them?
Gotta be a sofa then.
You need to hold them. Nothing you could do. And you know what? 100 times, 1,000 times, it's not. Doesn't help.
You know what? It's every generation is like that.
But it gets worse. It gets worse.
My time also, when I was in high school,
But it gets worse.
Everything.
It gets worse.
Tattoos now.
One kid told me today, he said, I block all you guys' numbers. So why?
There are Ben's numbers?
Yeah. So, I block all you guys, he said. Why? You guys do this to me. He was the best kid in class.
Really?
The best. The klipa is very strong in the last generation. This is very strong. Very strong. We have to let go of our personal feelings. We have to. Okay? Last paragraph, and we call it a night. ונמצא כי כמו שבדרך התפשטות האורות מלמעלה למטה, אין לך ספירה שאינה כלולה מכל 10 ספירות. וכל ספירה מתחלקת לאלפים רבים ספירות, just like when the ספירות come from Keter until Chokhmah, and from Chokhmah to Bina, Bina to Da'at, Chesed, וכולי. They always break down into 10, and from 10 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 10,000. So too כן העניין בהתפשטות האורות מבפנים ולחוץ היא הדרך זה. So too there is tens of thousands in the outer Sephirot and tens of thousands in the inner Sephirot. That means as much as there is Nishamot and Sephirot in the Pnimiyut, so too there is בחיצוניות. כי בכולם פנימי נקרא כתר. The פנימיות of the עולמות is always called כתר. חיצון נקרא חוכמה. The outer is called חוכמה. והחיצון שעלה, there's a חיצון, there's an outer to the outer world, it's called בינה. And the חיצון of the בינה, the outer of the בינה is called 6 קצוות. חסד, גבורה, תפארת, נצח, הוד, יסוד. And then there's a חיצון to that, there's an outer world to that, which is called a מלכות. כל בחינה ובחינה היא נחלקת בדרך זה. Every world is always broken down into that. כתר, חוכמה, בינה, בינה, חסד, גבורה, תפארת, נצח, הוד, יסוד. That's one. שכבה, one layer, and then מלכות. So how many layers do you have? כתר, one layer. בינה, חוכמה, one layer. בינה, one layer. 6 ספירות. From חסד until יסוד is another layer. And מלכות another 5. Yud K Vav K, with the quotes of the Yud. Ak, Atzilut, Beria, Yitzira, Asiya.
So the quote is the 5th?
Quotes it's Ak. It's Ak. ולפי שביאור עניין זה בכל שאר העולמות ידבר אצלנו זולת עניין עשייה, לכן לבאר עניינו בקיצור נמאס מה שיש צורך אלא דרוש מבשנו פה. So from here on in, he's going to explain to you what's the connection between these 5 shichvot, 5 layers to our world. How it connects to the 7 layers of the firmaments, which we're going to go into next week. Tuesday night, Aram. Next week is Tuesday night, Shior. Remember that? Not Monday night. Next week is not Monday night. It's Tuesday night. Just for next week. And we're going to understand how the 7 firmaments connect to the 5 worlds, which is Keter, Chokhmah, Binah, Vak. Vak is Vav Kitzavot.
16.
6 Kitzavot, 6
Yeah,
directions, Chesed until Yisod, and Malchut.
How does the 7 firmaments
The 7 firmaments they relate to the 10 Sfirot, and they relate especially to the 5 layers. We will learn that Hashem next week, but specifically the 7 firmaments are really the 2 last layers.
So the 2 last
6 Sefirot, and the last Malchut. What are we? Malchut. What is Gan Eden? Bina. Bina.
I thought we were Asiya.
We're all in Asiya, but we're the Malchut of Asiya. We're the last layer of Asiya.
The bottom of Asiya.
The 7 firmaments are the 6 Sefirot, which is that layer. And then above that is Bina the Asiya, which is Olam, Gan Eden, the Asiya. And if we're Zoche, we can get to Gan Eden the Bria. But before you get to Gan Eden the Asiyat Bria, you have to go through another Gan Eden, Gehinnom. You have to get through anything because with the Levushim you have in this Gan Eden, you're not going to be accepted in that Gan Eden. And the secret is you don't want to be. You don't want to get there. You understand? You don't want to get there in those Levushim.
Yeah, 7 levels.
Understand? So, what we say?
You gotta upgrade.
Yeah.
Times 4.